What is going on, savages? You guys know that I've been looking at building a machine for quite some time now. I've got all the parts. I've had all the parts. We actually put the CPU and the memory and all that stuff in a motherboard on a stream one night. But I've got all the components here ready, and I figured we would just go ahead and build a machine. Build a machine on a live stream. I don't know, just from scratch, right? Because I haven't even taken the side of this off. I haven't done anything. I did pull the other side off just to see the box and stuff that it comes with, but other than that, I have not like prepped at all. I don't even know. I think I know how to get into this thing, but I don't know for sure. So what's up, Donald Walter? I've got this rickety old table here, but we'll deal with it. I think we'll be all right. So yeah, I've got the H510i, which, come to find out, I guess the H510 is about the same, and I could have saved a little bit because I guess that this thing has a controller, like an RGB controller or something in it, that added, I don't know, $30 or $40 to the price. I think 20 or $30. So I did get this case on sale for like $89, I think, so it wasn't that bad. Not a big deal there. I think that I did okay. Then I've got the Ryzen 3700X on a MSI MPG X570 board. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's see here. On a X570 board, gaming edge Wi-Fi board. And then I've got 32 gig. I know that's a lot, but I'm going to be doing virtual machines probably. So I've got 32 gig of the Trident G-Skill Trident Z Neo memory. That's 3600 speed. That's matched up with the processor pretty well. So this is all supposed to work really well together. So that's what we're going to be putting in the case. And then on the GPU side, I do have the 1660. Let me switch over to this other camera here. Hey, what's up, Jarrett? I have the 1660 Super, 6 gig. So this is the GPU that we're going to be using. I have been mining with it recently, so that's what it's been kind of doing. I took it out of the rig today because I knew that I would probably want to use it in the machine. So that's what we're going to do. There will be some upgrades later on that I'm going to do, probably, because this is a themed build. So, you know, it's supposed to be Stormtrooper riot gear. This little guy here, basically themed around this guy. And the thing is that I don't have all the components that I want in, you know, that's actually part of the theme, right? So what I would add that I don't have yet would be white cables, right? Power cables and whatnot, power supply cables. I don't have that, but the way that they make these cases, it seems kind of weird because I don't know why someone would spend, and this is what kind of stopped me from getting the cables in the first place, because there's so little. The way that they design the cases now, they want all the cables hidden, right? So if most of the cable, if there's only a really small part of the cable is going to be visible, then I don't really want to spend the money to have custom cables if they're not even going to be seen anyway, unless you take off the back side of the case, right? So it just doesn't make any sense. So we'll see. I'm going to evaluate that once I get it together, whether or not I will, and maybe I can just do it like piece by piece. Maybe I don't have to get all the cables. Maybe I can just get, you know, the power cable to the motherboard, and then maybe the GPU cable, and that's it, and have everything else, you know, stock. I don't know. The other thing I wanted to do is I'm probably going to get addressable RGB fans, okay, because I want to be able to have everything white, all the LEDs turn white instead of, you know, cycling and all the stuff that they do. I know that they have software for that. I think the case manufacturer actually has the NZXT. I think they have software for that. It's like CAM or something like that, and that's what you would use to control the RGBs. Anyway, and then last but not least, I would probably get a all-in-one liquid cooled system. So radiator up here on the front. You guys can't really see that. Let me move some stuff around here a little bit. So, you know, radiator up here on the front of the case, and then have it be white, right? So the Corsair makes one that's white, tubes and everything, and then so I'd get a all-in-one liquid cooling. Those are basically the two or three things there that I would probably get that I don't have already. So, all right, that's enough of me talking. Let's get to this thing here. What's up, Crypto Clydesdale? We are going to try to put a machine together tonight. I'm probably not going to be real smooth about it, but we will see. Alright, so I think I need to take off both sides because all the hardware I believe is in the underneath under there. I think I saw it in there. Yeah, there's a little box here. Okay. They do have some, you know, built-in LEDs here. You can see strips in there. And then they've got this little controller here, which you can't see. This little controller right here. So I guess that, yeah, it's going to plug into the motherboard. Probably, it's got LED strips. It's got fan situation here, so I guess these are already connected, so it's probably the case fans are already here, but I don't think that they're RGB or anything, so we'll have to see about that. I don't know. I don't think that they come with RGB fans, but I could be wrong. Then you got the SSD trays here. Can't see that either. Got a bad angle here. SSD trays here. Other than that, pretty cool. Pretty cool case. Alright, let's see what's in the box. Hey, what's up, Serpent? Finally going to at least start building my machine here that I've had for a while. Got a little book. We might be referencing that when it comes to looking up the RGB stuff. Alright, so most of this I think that we will be able to, yeah, it's got motherboard, screws, so let me, we'll definitely need that pretty soon here. That is, those are coarse thread. Pretty good packaging here, each individually wrapped and all that. So these are probably motherboard here, fine thread. Looks like an extra standoff and something another. I don't know if we'll need that or not. And if you want to know one thing about me, I'm clumsy as hell, so I'll be probably dropping all kinds of stuff. Alright. So it looks like they got the cool, basically adapter, so it looks like we'll be able to just plug this up. Like, this used to be a real pain. Like, you would have to plug this up, you know, your hard drive light, your power switch, and power LEDs. You would have to plug these up normally before you put the motherboard in, and then kind of finagle the motherboard into place with them already plugged in. But in this case, they've provided, let me take this out of here. And they might have been doing this a while. Maybe this is a gamer case kind of thing, which I haven't. I build like business machines and low end, not low end, but the cases are definitely low end. So this is like first exposure to some of this stuff for me. but it looks like they have a basically like an adapter. So this is we're gonna be able to plug this stuff up to the motherboard prior to installing, and then connect to this later on fairly easily, because this brings it up off of the motherboard so that we can easily plug it in, right? So that's kind of cool. They gave us some tie straps and a splitter some sort here for audio. Might have to check that out as well. All right, so I think we got everything in place there. And another cool thing that I did notice about this case, all of the standoffs are already in place, so there's not much you have to do other than throw the motherboard in there. And in our case, we have the motherboard has, I think it's called an integrated I/O shield, right? So this is all built in. You don't have, it's not like a separate piece that you have to slide into the slot on the back of the motherboard over here. You don't have to put the piece in there, so it just fits in there, and that's it. So okay, I think we're ready. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. But you know what I should have done first? I probably should have, yeah, like one of these standoffs is actually just a post. So if you can get it into that post, then you know you're pretty much in the right spot, right? See how it kind of like, it basically locked into place there. But what I should have done was put the the adapter on like we were talking about earlier. So I'm gonna have to, let me slide this back out of here. It went in there pretty easily, so I think we're gonna be okay here. I just want to be able to see, because I can't get down in there and actually see it. It's hard to do stuff like this live, guys. Alright, so there's a little section right here for where you're going to plug up all your power LED, power switch, and hard drive LED. My eyes are a little bit bad. Let me see if I can reference the book. We'll do a quick look at the book, figure out what's what. It's called JFP1, that's what it should be labeled. Yeah, it's right here. It's usually at the corner down here in the bottom right hand corner. So that's it. And it looks like power LED would be, I think I'll get this right. I'm just looking at the book here. Got a nice little diagram right here of what's what. But you see that like plus and minus here. So it's like the second row, pin 1 and 2 is power LED. And that's plus and minus. There's no reset switch. Oh, there's no reset. There's a reset post here, pins, but there's no reset on here. So looks like what I normally do typically is the printed side goes out, so it's pointing to the outside of the motherboard. So these top two pins here are power LED, plus and minus. Do I have those backwards? Yep, I do. Might not matter. I think that as long as they're on the right 2 pins, it should be all right. For something as simple as a power light. All right, so now we got hard drive LED. Looks like it goes right here. And then reset switch. I'm sorry, the power switch is up here. So, all right, that's what it looks like now. So this is a cool little like header thing here. That's nice, little dongle, whatever you want to call it. Pretty cool. Hey, what's up, YouTube watcher? What's up, Yashnik? Finally building a streaming machine, man. Thanks for tuning in. So that's what it looks like. See if that can focus on there. Maybe not. Focus. I left autofocus on, so I was hoping that it would actually help with this. There we go. That's what that looks like. All right, cool. Now we can ditch the book for a little bit. Slide this back in the case. And I feel like going to post. I think the post is, where was the post? Now I want to know. I'll take this back out again. Okay, so it's right here. Okay, so it's underneath. It's actually underneath of the shield for the SSD, for the M.2 slot here. So can't really see it, but the post is sticking right here. Yeah. Set this down. I can show you what I'm talking about. Like right there. So this is just a post. Doesn't really do much. You can't. It just goes into the hole and locks it into place, right? So these other ones are going to have a screw that you have to put in them, of course. But this one is just, you don't put a screw in that one. All right. And it just locks into this hole right here. Yeah. All right, cool. And I don't have any tools. Let me grab my tools here. So who is having a drink with me tonight? Because I am. Yeah, it's an NVMe, right? We already put that in. That was the other day. I mean, it's an SSD, technically, right? All right, so what we need to do now, find the right little machine screws. And there are 9, see, 1, 2, I think there's 9, it might have been 6. Three, 4. Yeah, there would be 9, but I think that there's only 6 that we're going to be able to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 7 that we're going to be able to hit. One of them was the post, and then the other one is underneath of, looks like some type of cooler over there. So probably only needs 7. Yeah, it's totally not the right screw. So maybe I was thinking it was going to be the fine thread ones, but let's see. There's a good chance I'll lose screws and stuff too. Bad about that. Okay, so it looks like, yeah, these are coarse thread. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any. Well, I will have. I'm actually going to end up probably taking the data drive out of my existing machine and putting it in this one. But I've got the NVMe drive. I think it's a 500 gig, and then I've got like a 2 terabyte SATA regular old hard drive that'll go in here as well. Maybe if it's got room somewhere. And then, so yeah, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't remember seeing anywhere really that it could go. I'll have to investigate that. Probably on the other side, but I mean clearly on the other side of the case. But I don't know if it's if there's actually room. That is a good question. So I might be forced to use like an SSD or get another SSD. I have small SSDs. I don't have anything really any size to it. I just totally don't have enough light right here. Where's my flashlight here? don't even have a really, this is supposed to be magnetic, but they do not work very well. I don't have a good set of magnetic screwdrivers. That would be a Christmas gift idea for me, from you guys. Oh, you know what? I can get to that other screw too. The one that I thought was blocked by the cooler. But it's going to be a pain. You know, let me go. I'll be right back. I think I have some better magnetic screwdrivers in the garage. There we go. Much better. Need to loosen up some of these other ones so they can move around just a little bit. Wait, Michael Johnson's in here? What's up, man? I haven't seen you in forever. Man, it is not wanting to go into that one. All right. And this is not real user friendly here. Weird. What's happening? They're just not like poor alignment or something. Could be me. Probably me. I am a couple of fireballs in, so. Alright, got it. Missed one. Okay, I think we are good there. So, where are we at? Not really a whole lot we can do in here. I can go ahead and put the GPU in, I guess. I think we have to take off this back plate here. Oh, that was, oh, you know what? I didn't even mention that. That's another thing that I'm probably going to add later is maybe I did mention it, the PCIe extender, where it sets your, I think I mentioned this the other night on a stream, but where the GPU sits vertical like this instead of like that into the slot, so it extends the slot out. That might be something I'll do in the future. Just had to take off that cover. I wish I could get you guys some more light. Just kind of crazy here. Let's see. Might be a little bit better. I don't know. Yeah, so there's like this little plate here. This is where your vertical GPUs would go, right? You have to take this out if you're going to access the other ones here. So I am going to go with, it's a dual, so I have to take out those two right there. Yeah, it is definitely about time. And I've had a lot of the components for a long time. I guess I haven't had time to do it. There's a little catch on the motherboard there, so keep that in mind. Kind of like the PCIe risers. Boom. That fit in there really solid. Yeah, I talked about that Serpent. This one has two, it's got two places for it basically. So I was thinking that as long as, and then there's some distance here, a little bit of distance here. So as long as it's in the second one, I think that the airflow wouldn't be a problem. And plus this particular GPU, the Super, it runs super cool anyway. So I wouldn't worry about it. I think it'll be all right. But yeah, you're right. It is an issue to at least consider. Unless you have a blower card, then it works out pretty well. Like you said. It's kind of hard for me to stay on top of the chat. I just read the first part of your chat there. All right, so I don't have any other cards going in here. That's it. That is literally it. You know, we'll have to flip it back over a couple times because we'll have to access the cables on the other side and then route them through and all that stuff. So that'll be the next thing that we do. But I don't have anything else peripheral wise, I don't think, that needs to go in here at all. I just noticed this, one of the LED strips is actually coming unglued already. Hanging off the side of this rail here. I know, right? I know, Jason. It is about time. It is true. And like I said, I've had the components for a while now. You know, just haven't got around to it. All right, let me kind of clean up my mess here a little bit so that we don't lose anything. I guess these smaller machine screws are probably for the mounts and stuff on the back, maybe? Like the SSD mounts, maybe? All right, I think we're pretty good now. All right, so we got to turn it over and also put in the power supply and whatnot. So that'll be the next thing. Might have to set it up vertical to do that. Let's see what this looks like in here. Just yell at me if I'm not like showing you the correct angle or anything. I can switch over here to this. Might be a little bit better. Let me know. Alright, so this is probably USB. Do they have this stuff labeled? They do, at least a little bit. I don't know about this one. This one says USB. Okay. This audio probably. Might have to reference the book on some of this stuff. These are LEDs. I would imagine, okay, that's audio. This is audio. Front panel, okay. All right, so let's look at, I'm gonna feed these up through here. I'd imagine that's where they're supposed to go. Although they might have to go through the side, actually, yeah. Some of them will probably go through here. Okay. Let's see where each connection is actually at over here. Yeah, most of them are going to go. I think most of them should probably come up through this hole right here. There's a hole right here that's like in front of the power supply, like the power supply is going to go right here. And then there's a hole right here. I think most of the cables need to come up through here because most of the connections are like right here in this little row. So let me feed them that way. Whoops. There went my light. I don't think there's a way of me getting any more light in here, to be honest. These are kind of a different kind of light, but I don't know how that's going to mix with the other LED lights. Maybe a little bit better? I don't know. Yeah, I got Fireball right now. I've got my mix going on with sweet tea. I see you too. This is a 3700X. Alright, so HD audio. That's SATA power for the controller here. Yeah, it says control hub for case fans and RGB lighting. I don't know if this is going to work or not. I don't know if these are long enough. I have to undo some of this. Actually, yeah, there should be plenty. Man, my big old clumsy fingers in here. There we go. Is the lighting a little bit better, or what do y'all think? This is audio, I think, right? Nope, USB 2.0. Audio back there on the back. Okay, Serpent, need your help. What is this? I don't see any type of connection for it. Yeah, I got the audio in there already. Let me reference the book real quick. Okay, so they call that a breakout cable. That one, I was calling it a dongle and all this other stuff. It's a breakout cable, that's what it's called. This one right here that fits into the motherboard, and then you have, you know, it's nice because you just have it hanging here and you don't have to fiddle with trying to plug in the connections down there on the, whenever it's touching this and it's at the bottom, it's hard to get to, so you just got this little breakout cable is what it's called. This is a Type C. Oh, this is for USB Type C? So maybe, so it doesn't go on the motherboard anywhere then, huh? Well, it does go somewhere, I think. This is a X570 Gaming Edge MSI MPG X570. Yeah, it's a USB 3.1 Gen 2. USB 3.1 Gen 2 is what it is. So I probably don't have that on the motherboard. And that kind of sucks. Man, that makes me want to get another motherboard. All right. Yeah, it's not on here. Well, that was a bad misstep by me then. Because that means that I won't be able to use that port on the case. So we might be taking this apart. I don't like doing stuff like that. I don't like when there's ports that I can't use on the front. Maybe they make some type of adapter or something. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. All right. Damn it! I'm not happy about that. This is a front panel. Kind of fell out, so I have to feed that one back through there. Okay, so that was the front panel display off of the breakout cable there. I don't know if I said display. I didn't mean to say display there, but I think y'all know what I mean. All right. Okay. Next up is the power supply. I went kind of overkill on the power supply, only because I got a pretty good deal on it. I think I got I got 1,000 watt. 1,000 watt RMX 1000. Showing the wrong camera. I'm a fan of Corsair. I like their stuff. I'm gonna have to set it up so I can line it up right. Serpent X, about what? What's up? Hit you up about what? I just do not have enough light in here at all. Oh, okay. But will it let me use, are you talking about letting me use this Type C on top of the case, or I have to do it some other way? I would rather use, I don't want to build it and not have, you know, have it the way it should be. I don't want to kind of rig it up. I'd rather, I have another machine I have to build, so I could use this motherboard in another machine. So if I have to get another motherboard, and I was already considering not using this motherboard anyway because of the overheating comments that some people have, but you know, or comments that they've had about it. So I was kind of up in the air on it. I don't know if, you know, I don't know. The test that they were doing, benchmarking whatnot, they were doing like high load for an hour straight, you know, kind of thing, and saying that it was getting hot, but I don't know. All right, so that's in. I wonder if I'll regret not not connecting some of the power cables before putting it in. Maybe not. All right, so let's get our main power here. Okay, that'd be great, man. I'll hit you up. Or you can just send me a link to like Amazon or something if they have it on Amazon. That'd be all right too. Not that I don't want to see you or anything, but yeah, this is not going to be easy. Probably should have done this before I put the power supply in there. Almost had it. Must not have this right. Let's see here. What do I have over there? I've got plenty of other connections there. So I don't need a lot of power to different things in the motherboard, so I'm just thinking ahead and trying not to block myself and have to take this back off again, you know, kind of thing. So. Got that, all right. Sort of in business. This one will probably go this way. Well, that must have clicked. I didn't hear it, but it must have. So this is kind of what I was talking about. So see, if I had custom cables, right, then in the case of the power, you're only going to see it like right here. That's going to be it, right? There's just not going to be a lot of reason to have got too much light for you guys. It seems like there's just not a whole lot of reason to have like the custom white cables, not custom, but you know, the ones that you buy that are the color, you know, the color of your choice or whatever. So I don't know, maybe I'll do it. If Bitcoin goes to 25,000, maybe I'll do it. Probably be able to lay that down in there once we're done. Something like that. I don't know if you'll be able to see that from the other side, but we'll mess with that later. Alright, so what do we got now? We gotta get a SATA on here for powering all the RGB stuff. Gotta get a hard drive in here. I've got a 2 terabyte black. I think this will be alright to put in here. I think that this comes out probably Yeah, I don't have the Matthew. I don't have the vertical mount yet, and I don't know if I'm going to or not because me and Serpent X were talking about that too. About because I'm using a GPU that has fans on the outside, it might not work really well to have it so close to the outside of the frame, right? So there's not enough space for airflow. Although that GPU runs really cool, and I don't really see it being a problem, but you never know. So we got another CPU. Hopefully I have access to this. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let me wait. I'm gonna wait to put in the. It's an 8-pin CPU cable, power cable. And it actually has 8-pin and a 4-pin. Actually want to get that into that very last one. If I'm going to be able to, I don't know, my big old hands here. Clumsy hands. All right, I think I got it. This is a SATA cable, so I'm going to power this little unit here off of this. And if I do things right, I should be able to power the, I'll go ahead and connect the hard drive to it as well. I don't imagine that would be too much connected to it. I don't see how it would be, but we'll go like that. I try to at least somewhat consider cable management as I'm going, right? Just to kind of get an idea of how things are going to look, hopefully at the end. They got these little cool little channels here for, actually that's where the power cable is supposed to go, it looks like. Yeah, that's cool. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. I just noticed that if it'll reach, kind of does. I don't want to stress it too much. They gave you like these little Velcro straps here. That's pretty cool. Not too bad. Right here to hold the power cable in. It's a little bit stressed, but it's not too bad. I think it'll be all right. Probably going to keep popping out of that track though. Alright, so let's talk about this hard drive situation here. I think I got to take the cage out. There's a cage right here that have to actually take out, it looks like, to put the hard drive in there correctly. You could probably rig it and maybe get away with it, but I'd rather do it right. And this thing is probably going to be a pain to get back in there right. Let's see. You know what I hate about doing live streams and working on stuff like this? Or one of the reasons, one of the things I hate, is I can't have music on. You know why I can't have music on? Because I'll get copyright strike from YouTube. I mean, I could play some YouTube music. Yeah, years ago I'd actually uploaded some videos for playing racquetball, like years ago, and I had put some music to it, you know, right to the videos, because I didn't really know anything about, this was a long time ago, I didn't know anything about YouTube and how it worked and all that, and but what was cool at the time, I don't know if they still do this or not, but it basically told me, it let me know, like, hey, this is copyrighted music, you know, we're not gonna let you upload this video with that in there. So I think they just stopped me from uploading it, I believe. Nowadays, I don't know if they still do that or not. They might let you upload whatever and then just give you strike or whatever, or warning or whatever. Yeah, there's the NVMe Michael Johns. ICU 2. This is the first machine I built with that, so it's been a learning experience. Yeah, we did the CPU, memory, and the M.2 NVMe last week, I think. What's funny is, the original reason that I was even building a new machine is because of my current machine kept crashing during streams. And Michael Johns and ICU2 and Yashnik know this really well because I did it a lot while I was trying to do the Aeon video. So that got me, and that was like almost a year ago, and I've been talking about building a new machine ever since. But since then, I've also troubleshot my current machine, and I figured out the problem. So I really haven't had that much of a problem, although every now and then it'll crash whenever I do something crazy, like you know, updating a wallet, or no, trying to image. That's what it was, trying to like image a USB. Sometimes it'll crash the stream, but you know what? It does it even if I'm not streaming. So it's not streaming related like the other one was. The other problem only occurred during streams, so it was really hard to troubleshoot. I put that in the top. I probably should have put it in the bottom. I don't know, it should be good. There's a little bit of space in there. I don't think it's going to get hot or anything. So Yeah, it was really tough to troubleshoot that. But come to find out, I just kept trying a bunch of things, and come to find out, it was actually my memory. I had a bad stick of memory in there. So I had 16 gig, and I took 8 out. It was four sticks of 4 gig. So I took 8 out, and, and that's what I've been running the machine on, just 8 gig all this time. But it doesn't crash during streams anymore. So because I found the problem, it kind of prolonged me worrying about getting a machine, another machine up and running and stuff. It kind of like, there's other priorities, I guess you could say. See, I told y'all I was clumsy. Plus, my eyes are going bad or something. I can't see up close for shit anymore. I used to be that guy that everybody would hand stuff to, like that they needed to read like a serial number that was really small, or a product key or something that was really small. I used to be the guy that everybody would get to look at. Now it's like, yeah, I can't read that. All right, so I think that's good in there. Let's see here. All right, so I'm guessing that this Serpent X, are you still in here? I'm thinking that, yeah, and you're right, IC2. I ran all kinds of, I remember that now that you mention it. I ran all kinds of memory tests on that. It passed everything. It passed no problem. But ever since I took out that half the memory, I just kept trying. Like, here's what I did. I took out 2 sticks, did a stream, it locked up. So I was like, all right, swap those out, put in the other 2 sticks, did a stream, and it didn't lock up. So then I took one of the sticks that I took out originally, replaced one of the new sticks. I know this gets confusing, but you got to think about it. You got 4 things going on, 4 different combinations. So was that 4 to the power of 4, right? So however that works out. Anyway, long story short, I got it narrowed down to 1 stick, that was bad. So, but yeah, I remember that. It was it passed everything, passed all the tests and everything. I was thinking it was a hard drive. I was thinking it was overheating. I got a new cooler for it. I went, it went all out on that thing. So is Serpent X still in here? So the motherboard has 2 power connections for the CPU power, right? So it's got, I don't know if y'all can see this or not. So it's got, where is it at? I can't tell where my camera is pointing. Hang on a second. So above AMD, there we go. So it's got 2, see right there. It's got an 8-pin and a 4-pin for CPU power. So I'm wondering, I'm guessing that, I only have a cable for 8 pins. So I'm guessing that that's all I need, or do I need the other one as well? Because I don't have that kind of cable unless yeah, there's no exactly 4-pin cables left in the box. So I'm guessing, I mean, obviously I can reference the book. I can reference the book and find out. Just need one of them? Okay, yeah, thanks, Serpent. Appreciate it. Kind of thought that. That's where I was going with it. And this one, I think I can route. I might be able to route it up and over. I know y'all can't really see this, but I'm trying to route it up and over the motherboard on the back here. So again, you know, let's say I had custom cables, then there's very little of this cable that's going to be exposed, you know. I heard it click. All right, right on. Thanks for the info there, Serpent. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, hey, well, what if, what if I had both? Would I plug in? Would I need to plug in both, or I guess I wouldn't need to, but it probably wouldn't help anything. So yeah, so see here, this is another good example. So if it was a custom cable, all you would see is this one little part right here, and that's it. You know, not a big deal. I'm not hating on custom cables or anything, but it just seems like maybe not a good investment for this particular machine. Now, this is really cool. They've got a nice little track here, but this cable is not going to go in it. See this track? Super cool, but this cable is not going to fit in it. Yeah, not the braided. If it wasn't braided, it would, but then again, it's not even going to work anyway because that's not going to be far enough to reach. And there's this channel over here too, which it will fit in. Probably zip tie it right there, maybe. And now it'll get me to where I need to go over here. So that right there will work out really well. Probably won't even have to zip tie it or anything. There, boom. Not bad, not bad. All right, so now we got a hard drive. Got all this stuff here. We need SATA cable for the hard drive. Looks like they provided us with two. One is this is in the motherboard. One of them has a 90 degree angle, and the other one's straight. So coming off the motherboard, they're like this, right? So they're parallel to the motherboard. So I guess I'll go 90 degree here on the hard drive. Totally can't see that. I need just a little bit more room. And then, actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna go straight on this to get the other cable. I'll have to flip the case around again. That's the bad thing about doing it like this with, you know, normally you would build this machine like straight up and down the whole, pretty much the whole thing, right? But because of how my cameras are and the tripods and whatnot that I have set up, I don't have that. My little webcams just don't, they're not very configurable at this point. So like the one that you're looking at now is actually leaning up against the table. That's why it's kind of like jiggly and vibrating around and stuff. So my point is that this is a little bit more difficult, and it's probably taking longer because of that. It definitely is taking longer. Moving the case back and forth and stuff. I would have definitely already had this machine done, or at least up and running, or at least probably loading the OS at least at this point. So we got SATA power here, or SATA here. Now we need power. And then probably go something like that. Throwing a little zip tie on here. It'll reach. Got that. Not the best cable management, but it'll do. That's actually the wrong way to cut them off. They actually make a tool for cutting off the excess on those. Sorry, had to take a little drink. I don't want this stuff to, it seems like this is sticking out too far and it's probably going to come, it actually, it definitely is. So what I'm going to have to do, that's not going to work. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Like this stuff, these cables are sticking up way too far off of the case. And this side is not going to go in there. I can line it up. I can see right here that it's going to be too far out. So let me reevaluate this real quick. Probably going to have to pull all this down here and bunch it up down here at the bottom. Not let it sit up there in that channel. Probably be the way to do it right here, something like that. Let me see here. Let me read what you're saying there, Serpent X. I don't see a 4 pin in the power supply case or the power supply box. That's going to do it for that. Let's see here. Got 8 pin, 6 pin. Actually. No, all I got is 8 and 6s. I mean, would I be able to take a 6 and have the 2 pins hanging off the side like you do on risers, or risers you would have an 8 pin and then 2 hanging off. All right, so I think we are ready to, what are we ready to do here? Everything's powered. The fans are already connected here. I wonder if, this is one of the things I was wondering about. Okay, so the Wraith Spire cooler on this processor here, would I be able to take, see, it has some type of I don't know, what are these? Might have to mess with that later, but it would seem like maybe I might be able to, that might be something I'll mess with later too, but it seems like I would be able to plug this up to the RGB controller. It would make sense that I would be able to do that, right? Oh, I need to power the GPU too. Saw that. That would be kind of silly to not do that, right? I don't really like the way that this looks either. Yeah, so I think I can just plug this up. Is the all-in-one Corsair you got, is it white? If it's white, I might have to get it from you. Yeah, but I think I should be able to plug in the power and the control of the. I don't know how that works though. I don't know, because there's not going to be control signals. That's just power, right? So I might have to. I'll worry about that later. Okay, I gotta get some power to that GPU. I might have the wrong. I got the. Oh yeah, I got the wrong cable. That's not the right cable. I was wanting to use one that only had, one end on it instead of two. So we'll see here. Probably have one somewhere like that. I have a feeling I'm going to have a really hard time getting this in the power supply. Okay. This one can go down the channel too, it looks like. That's cool. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Not bad. Okay. So let's see what that looks like on the other side. Yeah, so see, this cable would be visible, if it was a custom cable or a white cable or whatever. A little bit visible, but not too much. I don't really like the way that that power cable is ran. Might need to disconnect that for a second. Yeah. Gotta make a little adjustment here, guys. That thing is really on there. This thing just doesn't have a lot of give in it, you know, so it's not really going to help to. I didn't gain anything by doing that. It's still the same. I guess it's alright like that. It just kind of annoys me that it's... Might have to live with it. You might have to live with it. Yeah, I know. That was a CPU cable. I saw it. I saw it. One of the cool things about computers and building them, for the most part, they won't let you mess up too much. Because it definitely was keyed and it was not going to fit. Unless you really, really, really force it to. Alright. So I guess if that's about as good as it's going to get on that side. Actually, I guess I like it sticking out a little bit like that more than the other way. Because before it was like, I don't know, it seemed kind of like bunched up. That looks all right there, I guess. Okay, okay. So this SATA needs to go into... Look at the book and see which one is the first one. Probably see it on the motherboard too, but you know, I already said that my eyes aren't that good, so. Yeah, you know what I can do? I can bring up Discord and y'all can buzz me on there probably. What did I miss? Besides the CPU cable thing. I don't think I missed that much. I've been looking over there. The SATA 1 is bottom left. Which is convenient. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go behind there. I'm gonna take this out of here and actually go a different way. You know what? I think all of the cables I need to do this with. See how they're laying on the bottom here? I think all of them I need to actually route them back through here like that instead of through this hole, in order to make it look a little bit cleaner. Let's do that. Yeah, that's true, YouTube watcher. Thanks for that. Yeah, if you put my name up there like that, that helps. For sure. All right, let's do some rerouting here. Lesson learned on that. Forgot to grab that one. All right. Just gotta make sure none of this stuff touches that fan there. That would be bad. Probably throw a zip tie or something on there. All right, not bad, not bad. Okay with that. Now let's see what the other side looks like now. Oh, it's a mess. Not too bad. Did forget the data here. All right, site is connected. Not going to worry about too much cable management at this point because it does look like I might be getting back into this machine for some other reasons. So, okay, great. All right. All right, what am I missing? Anything? We good? Oh, you got to work tomorrow, Serpent? Oh, man, that sucks. Thanks for all your help, though, man. I appreciate it. Alright, so we might be able to close up this side. I think that I'm going to have a problem right here, though. I don't think that's going to work. Maybe. I might be able to maybe push it down like that. I don't know. We'll see. It actually fit, I think. Not bad, not bad. All right. All right, what do we need? We need the other side power cable. I might be able to just power it up like in place right now and just see what happens here. See if we blow anything up. Kick the camera back a little bit here. Yeah, don't laugh at my 12 o'clock flashing over there. That's just temporary. What's up, Red Panda? Oh, you been lurking? Yeah, that thing over there that's flashing, that's going in my garage, so I didn't bother setting a clock on it or anything. So we might be able to see something here. I don't have any display or anything to hook up to it though. Actually, as I said that, I remembered I do right here. I don't know if we're gonna pop a breaker or not though. That might be something else. Let's see here. I don't have a display that I don't have an adapter or anything. I'm gonna have to wait and hook up a monitor to it later. I do have it. It's over there. It's in that big box right there. So maybe I'll unbox that in a minute. You can at least see it powers up. All right, let's see if we can blow anything up. All right, nothing so far. That's good. Yeah, it doesn't have a onboard video. It's got the GPU here. But yeah, there's no, I don't think that there's any, yeah, no onboard either. I'd have to have, you know, it's newer than what I have. The old monitor I have here is just VGA and DVI. So, yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, So right off the bat, I'm definitely going to need to get RGB fans because these aren't. So it looks like I need 2 RGB fans at least. But nothing crazy is going on. It's not beeping at me or anything, so I think that that's good. It's got an easy debug LED right here that doesn't appear to be doing anything. It is red, but I don't know what that means. I'd have to look at the book for that. All right, so let me turn the lights back on, and we will actually, I'll unbox this other monitor and maybe get up and running with that. Y'all won't. I was going to wipe this off, but I don't think I need to worry about it. See my little guy down here, he's going to sit somewhere in there. Go ahead and take him out. Most important piece of the whole build. Little stormtrooper dude. This is such a tight fit, man. This thing is a little bit weird to do here. Oh, it's got fingerprints all over it. That's okay. So he's gonna sit in there like that, I guess. Something like that. I haven't even seen the new Star Wars movie yet. Actually going tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out a way of getting this dude to stay in there. That's all, Yashnik. Sorry. It's important. It might not be important to you, but it is important to me, Yashnik. So just hold on. Alright, we're getting there. There we go. I don't know if y'all see the lights flicker a little bit whenever I turn this thing on. Nah, no glue. I just used a little bit of double-sided tape. That's all. It should be fine. Yeah, magnet would be cool though. Probably be a little bit cleaner because that is a metal piece there, so it probably would stick. But I'm not worried about it. Not too bad. What's up, Nefarious? No, he's not RGB. That would be super cool though, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be cool. But he's not. There might be a way to make it though. I don't know, we'll have to play around with that. See if y'all can see the lights flicker a little bit whenever I turn it on. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but they definitely do. I'm just going to unbox this monitor real quick. No bootleg Windows 10 for me. I actually have an actual brand new USB drive. Windows 10. And you know what? I kind of regret it because I probably could go straight 1804 Ubuntu or something instead of this, because I mean I've been using it a little bit and it seems like it's something I might be able to actually go to in the future. It's just Ubuntu, you know. I guess I just need to make sure that everything that I have will work on it. I don't do a whole lot of crazy stuff, so. Give me a minute, I'm just unboxing this thing. It's a big old monitor, so it takes a minute. Like I said, big old monitor. The 32. No, I'm totally like blocking y'all's view and stuff. Just give me a second. I will get you back to where you can see something here. Okay, so how should I do this? I'm going to no, I've got a USB Windows 10. I think that's the way I'll do it. And yes, I was wrestling that box in the submission. Okay, so my room here is a little bit of a wreck. Give me like 5 minutes to get this thing kind of organized, and I'm going to get the machine sort of in place, and I'll be able to hopefully. I mean, this machine is going to replace the one that's currently running, which is, I'm streaming from. But at least I can get it set up on, because I've got another table in here or another desk where I'm going to put this machine. Or put my old machine once this machine has replaced it. So I'm going to let you continue to watch this screen here. And I'm going to clean up a little bit here. I'll turn it back on so it's at least somewhat entertaining. But y'all can chat and do whatever you want. I'll just be a few minutes here. I just want to get kind of straightened up and get things back in order here. Hey Yashnik, do you know anybody that needs a basically a brand new in the box 1070? I don't even think it's ever had electricity run through it. So this is for sale. If anybody wants it. It's a super nice card though. And yeah, I'm gonna get a drink too. Well, this is not my card, it's a friend of mine's, and he sold the last one, or I sold it for him, but he sold it for $280. So that tells you something. He's motivated to sell, I think. Because if you try to buy that card like brand new on Newegg or whatever, now I know that they're random prices at this point because they probably have like one on the shelf or something. Maybe more than one, but they're still listing them for like 500, 450. So 280 is probably a pretty solid deal. Yeah, I don't think 180 is gonna work. That's a little bit too low. He seemed to be happy with 280. He actually bought them. He was gonna build a mining rig with a friend up in like North Carolina or something, where he's from, and whatever, you know, like life kind of got in the way, I guess, and he ended up not doing it. Got distracted, whatever. You know, he's a business dude, so he ended up not doing it. And then the cards have just been. He had 4 of them, and the cards have just been sitting in the closet, not even used. Like I said, no electricity ran through them or anything. So kind of crazy. I mean, there's literally no dust on the fans or anything. Super clean. Oh, look at that. I did have my glasses on in here. Could have been using those the whole time. Not fumbling around with stuff. Just a couple more minutes here. I should be good. I can't see what y'all are typing, so if y'all are adding me, then I can't see it right now. I'm actually kind of sweating a little bit, guys. A little bit warm in here. All right. See where we at. Yeah, this is a good card too. Again, you know, 280 is probably pretty good, but he would probably take a little bit less than that, if I was to be quite honest with you. All right, so let me turn this off. And like that. Really close, guys. Really close. Keyboard and mouse, and then we're good to go. I think. All right. I don't think we need the extra lighting anymore. Whew. All right. Let me readjust the camera a little bit here. Get the build table out of the way. don't think we need this light either. All right. Yeah, so you're not going to really be able to see both the computer and the monitor, but all right, no display yet. Probably doing something totally wrong here. Monitor's only got one button on it, so it says no signal. So I'm going to power it off. Now that I set it to HDMI over there on the monitor, although it should have picked it up automatically, but it might. Let's see. I guess I could use I do have a display port. Maybe the GPU is not going to work like that. HDMI until you try it with a display port. Probably should have started with this. Maybe it came out. I don't think I just did that. Maybe it wasn't connected. Okay, that doesn't matter. We'll use the display port anyway. Yeah, the HDMI might have actually been disconnected a little bit. Okay, let's try this again. Okay. He hates me. All right, there we go. We got something. All right, cool, cool. Now we need to put in our Windows 10 USB. I haven't even opened the case or anything. Zip ties holding the top fan in. Oh, you know what? That is a good question. It's not, they're just little slots. So it basically could take a 120 or a 140 millimeter fan, it looks like. So it's like a little sliding, it's like a little slot here where you could fit a larger fan in there. Yeah, they're not zip ties. It does kind of look like that though, doesn't it? Alright, so nice little book here, I guess. I don't know. There we go. There's the disc. Little drive. Okay. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. It looks like it's got some type of sticker on it. Okay. Put it off. Okay. All right. I slightly pulled that sticker off. You probably could take the whole thing off, I guess, but then I guess they want you to know what the USB is, right? So, anyway, all right. Should have just pressed the key, sorry. Choose an operating system, Windows 10 64-bit. Enter. I pressed spacebar. Enter didn't seem to do anything. Now let me get this refocused. All right, so here we go. Enter again, but I'm going to actually click next here. Install now. Activate Windows. Got the key over here. I'm legit. All right. Somewhere. Like in this little pouch on the side here, it's like, yep. There was one year they used to have the man, they were so small. They were written so you had to like scratch them off, and they were really slow, really small. Looks like they stopped doing that. Give me just a second. My keyboard is not working yet. Oh. There we go. Probably had it plugged into a USB port that it didn't understand. Oh, you know what I don't have connected yet either is a network cable. Hang on a second. Definitely need that for the whole registration and product key and all that junk. They actually got past it without it, but let's see here. Go ahead and connect it. Yeah, see, it actually went past it. I put in the product key, and it went ahead and went past it, even though I didn't have a network connection yet. Interesting how it's reading this. Okay, so it's seeing drive 0 as the 2 terabyte, looks like, and then drive 1 is the NVMe, I'm guessing. All right, here we go. You don't see that? Y'all can't see that. I don't know when y'all started the timer or anything, but you know, I had to fumble around a little bit with the product key, so should be pretty fast. All right, so let's do an age check here. Who remembers installing Windows 95 off of floppy disks? Because I do, and I think there were 27 of them if I remember right. It's actually a 3.1 on the top of the case, so it should be a 3.1. Oh yeah, I remember Office too. 16 floppies. Oh my gosh. I think DOS wasn't DOS, was it 5.1? DOS 5.1, 5.22, 5. I think they were, or 6.2, 6.22. I think they were. There was only like 6 or 7 disks, I believe, for DOS, if I remember right. Yeah, it really did. It took so long to load the OS and all that. Ugh. Brutal. Yeah, like you would get, you know, troubleshooting or whatever, and then at some point they'd say, well, we recommend reloading the operating system, and you're like, damn it! That's that's gonna take hours. Yeah, I had WordPerfect customers as well. Yep. I thought it was a little bit more than 3. You might be right. I don't remember. I don't recall that closely with it, or that accurately. I thought I had one. I thought I had DOS 6.22 that had 6 disks, but maybe not. Maybe that included Windows 3.1 or something. Yeah, Windows 2.0 was not good. I do remember that. Now we have some important setup to do. Well, get to it. While you're doing that, I can clean up a little bit. Funny how they really want you to use like an online account. Like, you're really messing up by not using an online account. I'll go with the limited experience. That's fine with me. I don't know why it moves the monitor. I just put in Savage Mind. Security questions too? All right. And it keeps saying down at the bottom right hand corner, like, or bottom left hand corner, or even better, just use an online account, you know. Because it's going to ask me security questions and stuff. Not funny. Whoa. The driver's video driver issue in the background there. No Cortana. Nope. Nope. None of that stuff. All right. Off and running. I can probably remove the USB now, I would assume. I'm gonna wait just in case, but should be able to. What's up, ICU2? You back? Yeah, I did local Nefarious. And I selected no on all the helpful stuff. Welcome to Windows, so many possibilities. Yay. It's telling me down here that NVIDIA control panel not found. But we are up and in an OS. I don't know how long that took. Not that long though. So of course you got to load drivers and chipset drivers if you need them. Definitely video card drivers, or at least the control panel. I guess the control panel probably gets the drivers for you and stuff. So I'll have to do that and mess around. I wanted to get this machine up and running so that I can kind of like port over the important stuff, like all my Streamlabs OBS settings. You know, I don't want to lose that. I don't know if they have it all online now, because they do have like a cloud capability on Streamlabs OBS. That's the software that we use for streaming and stuff. And you know, like the graphics that you see at the bottom where it says SavageMine and all that's Streamlabs OBS. So I want to make sure that I don't lose all that stuff and get it over onto the new machine. So I have to do that, and yeah, just kind of, I'm probably going to have both these machines running for a little while until I get everything over there that I need, you know, and then I'll switch them out. Have I been using and? Number 7. No, I've been on Windows 10. Yeah, I had Windows 10 for sure. It's downloading like a ton of updates though. Getting Windows 1903. Yeah, I mean, it'll take a while. I'm not going to go through all that, but it'll take a while to get that all back up and running, all updated and whatnot. So this has been like a lot of fun. Only so that was 3 hours. That's not too bad, I guess. Definitely have to play around with RGBs. I hate that rainbow stuff. It's got to be all white for me to like it. I wonder if I can control the CPU. It's probably going to take different software, right? So like I'll probably have to get something from the motherboard to control the RGB on the processor, and then I'll have to get probably some whole different software for the GPU, and then the CAM software for the, I think that's for the case. I don't know about the, well, probably the RGBs on the memory would probably be motherboard also. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. Beard. I don't have a beard. I just don't shave. All right. So what have y'all been up to? I've missed all this chat over here. Yeah, it's 1903 actually. Version 1903. It looks like it's downloading the cumulative update for Windows 10 version 1903. So I'm new to the RGB like configuration stuff, so that might take me a little bit to get used to. But I want all the, because it's a themed machine, right? So I want all the RGBs to be white. I don't want any color in there because it's Stormtrooper, right? White and black. And then I'm going to build another machine pretty soon as well. That's the Praetorian Guard machine. So that one's going to be black and red. Yeah, I'm not worried about. I'll let it download. I'm not worried about, you know, cutting any corners on that. I'll let it do with updates and stuff. I don't need the machine right now, so I'll just let it rock. Yeah, that's true. But like I said, I'll just leave it on, and it should be fine. What else? Jashnikin's still in here, so I got my rig back on Hashrate OS and mining Aeon. So with the same GPU or the same overclock settings, but the new G miner, I guess this is a new 1.83. I'm actually getting more souls than I was before. Before this was evening out at about 1.27K, and now it's at 1.33. So I don't know if it must be the miner optimized miner or something, but that is like, that's crazy. Yeah, Nefarious, I'm not building machines like this all the time, so I'm not worried about the whole, making things shorter by not downloading updates and stuff. I'll let this one rock. I only have one more machine to build, and then that's it for a while. But now that I'm looking at it, I probably will get some cables. Some custom cables. I know I've been hating on them the whole time, but I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, it looks like crap. So I probably will do that. Yeah, it's kind of cool looking, I guess. I don't know. I got to get the RGB situation figured out though, because that's what it looks like right now. So I definitely got to get all the RGBs to be white, Yeah, if I end up doing, I probably would, because you guys are with me on this. I would probably, since y'all were all a part of this, anything I do to this machine, I'll probably live stream. Like if I do, but the only thing is, see, I'm going to be changing to this machine, so it's going to make it kind of difficult to stream and mod it at the same time. But maybe I'll leave this other machine up, as far as able to live stream like it is now, and then that way I could kind of go back and forth. If I did do some type of a mod to it, I could stream it. So yeah, we'll see. No, he had to go back to South Africa? I saw the video. I didn't watch it yet, but I did see that something was going on. Because he came back here, right? Oh, no, no, no. Okay, so you're talking about the desk. Never mind. Good grief. I read half of your post there. Okay, so he left a desk back in South Africa. Okay, got it. Yeah, Linus has a really sick desk too. I actually thought about that. I thought about doing one of those. I don't know what kind of desk UFD Tech had, but I thought about doing one of those desk PCs. You know, that's really cool. But yeah, you know, that's a lot of work too. It would be cool. I'll start here. I'll start with this machine, and then we'll get that way. The one that Linus built was really sick. Thanks, ICU2. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, that was a fairly fast install, actually. It wasn't really didn't take that long. Yeah, that ICU2. That sounds like Brett from UFD Tech. Yeah. That's what it sounds like. I don't know. There could have been another guy, but that's what it sounds like. Yeah, he's got a sick kid. His boy is really sick. I think his son's got something with, I don't know if it's epilepsy or Nefarious. You'd probably know. I know he has seizures, I think, and almost to the point to where he was having them every minute or something like that. Like he goes through episodes where he's really bad. But I guess that, yeah, like you said, now he's doing better. But that's why they had to leave South Africa, I guess, is because of him. He's getting better care here, better medicine and stuff, controlling the seizures a lot better, from what I understand. I don't watch every video that he puts out. He used to do, there for a while, he was doing mining videos, at least a little bit. But he's always had kind of he never had a really high opinion of mining, from what I could tell. But he was doing a little bit of mining content whenever it was hot, 2017, 2018, until probably the summer of 2018. He was doing a little bit. Yeah, like every 30 seconds. Wow. Like he would basically come out of a seizure and then 30 seconds later he was right back into another one. That's rough. Yeah, and like somebody, I think he had a mining rig donated to him or something, and someone built one for him, or he built it and they donated the parts or something. It was a pretty cool looking rig. It's all RGB'd out and stuff. And yeah, and he's like, thanks for building this, but I'm not gonna use it. Yeah, because UFD is, I want to say it's University of, disciple of University of Florida, right? I think that's what it is. So yeah, he's from Gainesville. Yeah, cool stuff. Yeah, wootware. Yeah, he did one. I do remember seeing one episode where I guess he had. Oh, there was two things that really stood out to me. One was whenever he had said something, he had made a prediction or he said something. What was it about? I can't remember, but he basically went into like an attic closet and like was hiding because of whatever he said was embarrassing, I guess, or it was found out to be not true or whatever it was. But it was really cool. He kind of like went. It was like hiding out. See you guys, folks. You know, it was a cool video. And then the other one was his April Fool's. His April Fool's joke last year. His April Fool's video from last year was really good. Really, really good. Because I think it had to do something with Nvidia and not. Forgot what the actual. They were going back on something. They were listening to the community or something, and they're going back on whatever it was that they were. You would know. Nefarious, you'd probably remember the video, but it was hilarious because he says the whole thing. He goes through this whole article, and then at the end, he says something about it not being true or whatever, and then he just stares at the camera for like 3 minutes straight. I don't know how long it was. Might have been longer than that. But he's just like staring at the camera, like, I got you. It was really good. Let me see if I can find that video. Yeah, it wasn't this year. I think it was. You know what? It might have been this year. Was it that early? Maybe not. Yeah. It had to do with AMD, some type of AMD. I'm probably never going to be able to find it this way. I don't think he didn't name it like April Fool's. It was something else.
No, crypto, no, it's all red, all my money, ah! Bitcoin's down to $11,000, ah! Bitcoin Cash, no! Roger Bear, you liar! Ripple, you deserve it, you should be at $1.20. All my money's gone. Ethereum's only at $1,000. You're worthless, throw it out, it's not worth anything, you're a piece of junk now. Monero sucks. Where's Vegas, it's all over. Turn! John McAfee told me that if I bought Verge, it'd be okay. 22%! No! You were the chosen one! You lied! We have to tell everybody. The cryptocurrency market's dead. Bitcoin is dead. $9 million is gone. Ty Lopez, I should have spent it on pizza. Bitcoin is down. Crypto is over. Bitcoin is down. We can't afford to feed you anymore. have to die. I'm sorry. I have no crypto. Don't try to come for me with your stupid ways. Bitcoin is down. We can't feed you anymore. I'm so sorry, baby. The entire crypto market, it's gone. I'm sorry. I failed you. Doc, Bitcoin's down. Today's not a day for choice. Barking.
So, you know what sucks? Is like I just showed that and it's got a kid in it. And I don't know if he's got, I don't know. This is terrible about YouTube. Now I've got to mark this video as having kids in it. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, it's brutal. So I will try not to do that, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. When was this? That was January 17th of 2018. So that was probably, that was as things were starting to, was that right after CME futures and all that stuff, and things were falling apart like pretty quickly, I think. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just blur that out, I guess, once the video's rendered or whatever. Yeah, I saw that part where he's going down the street.
Over! Bitcoin is down! It's over! Crypto is over! Bitcoin is down! Crypto is a sham! We're all doomed! Hey, Bitcoin is down! Bitcoin is down! Cryptos are down! You need to sell now! Sell the dip! Buy at highs! Do it! Do it! You're gonna regret it if you don't! Sell it! Sell now! Get out while you still can! Sell your mining equipment! Sell your GPUs! Sell your cats all over! The cards are gonna return to normal! I failed you! I failed all of you! My mining videos are useless! They work! Oh, no! Bitcoin! It flew too close to the side! Bitcoin's over! Bitcoin's dead! Bitcoin's dead! Sell now! I can't think of the future! Everything's crashing! Okay. It's not gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay. No! Crypto! No!
Pretty funny. It's wanting to restart, so I'm restarting it. The new machine. Maybe it was this one.
I feel like I've already made this video. I already talked about the GeForce Partner Program ending, except it was my April Fool's joke. Yeah, I fooled you guys by saying that NVIDIA was ending their GPP, which at the time...
GPP, the partnership thing.
I feel like I've already made this video.
So, let's see if we can...
I cannot believe that I can bring this news to you guys. Like, I never thought that this day would come. And before we get into it, yes, this is the business center at a hotel I'm staying at in Nashville, Tennessee. Still on the road, still gonna be on the road for a few more days. Thank you guys so much for bearing with me in all of the change of scenery, everything that's been going on, everything new and exciting that's been popping up. And I really appreciate everybody hitting the like button and getting subscribed to stay up to date on all of our tech content. But anyways, before or after I do that little plug, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video, which is NVIDIA is ending the GeForce Partner Program. I can hardly contain my exuberance. Apparently, NVIDIA had a change of heart. I would say heart, but they're a company and I don't think they have a heart. So like, they had a change of mind, I guess.
So I'm not going to show the whole thing, but basically he goes through this whole thing. He's got articles. He wrote all these articles himself because it was an April Fool's joke. But you didn't know that whenever he's first doing it, because it was like brand new GPP chaos going on. And he goes through this whole spiel just like he normally does on all of his other videos, with all these graphics of what do they call it, like where it slowly zooms on the graphics.
Program.
So here, like this. I can't remember what this is called.
We're sorry. This was released yesterday, as I mentioned, and so.
But he made up all these articles and had everything like really cool, text and everything, wording, all this stuff, talking about them doing away with it, and then he gets to the end. I'll get to the end here. So.
Right to choose and wish everyone a Merry April.
Yeah. So. Yeah, let's see.
Again. We honor and respect
so
that the
he's reading the last
many
part
fans
of it.
placed in NVIDIA is never lost again. We honor and respect the consumer's right to choose and wish everyone a Merry April Fool's Day.
So he just sits there and looks at the camera for literally 2.5 minutes, just like that. It's hilarious because he had to get to, because he was, it looked like anyway, he was trying to get to the 10-minute mark, right? So he probably finished a little bit early or whatever. And because 10 minutes is like that good part of YouTube where if it's a 10-minute video, then that can help you out a little bit. So it's really funny. So he's still sitting here like so super funny. Actually, no, it wasn't that long. So it actually cuts to his graphics here. So
taking much time at all. This is not a Fool's joke to everybody. Please don't.
Yeah, so you can see right here, he got to 10 minutes right there. So really cool stuff. Super cool guy. No, I didn't see anything this week about it. Nefarious. Yeah, pre-Aeon. Yeah, actually, well, yeah, right around the same time. Actually, that would have been right around the same time I started looking at Aeon. Actually, somewhere right around there. So do y'all normally down? Because I have an older NVIDIA card in my current machine. Y'all do the GeForce experience so that it automatically keeps drivers up to date and whatnot, or do y'all go with manual drivers? I would have assumed everybody's probably doing manual. And then they've got two types. They've got a studio driver and a game ready driver. What's the difference between studio and game ready? I mean, I'm not really going to be playing games, but I would assume that. I mean, maybe I will at some point. We'll do the game ready driver. Oh, so I should have done the studio. Oh well. All right, it's late here. I think I'm gonna be done. Well, I'll let this install and then I'll be done. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me, man. I'm getting a little tired. Ugh. Yeah, I haven't even tested like a cold boot. Let's do that first before I. It's actually doing. It was checking for updates. It looks like it doesn't have any, or it had one. One update that it already did. Let's try a shutdown and cold boot here. Okay, so it's off. So I'm pushing the power on button right. 3, 2, 1, go. It might be doing this because it had updates, possibly. And plus, I have, there might be chipset drivers and all kinds of stuff that I need to do. That still wasn't too bad, but. He wants to install the NVIDIA control panel from Microsoft Store. Guess I can do that later. I'm shutting down again. 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know, it seems a little bit sluggish, but I don't know, that first little part there, there's like, what, 10 seconds or 12 seconds maybe that it's just a black screen, so I don't know. It's good enough for me. It's way faster than the machine I got now. Alright, man. Thanks for hanging out, Nefarious, and everybody for helping out and all that stuff. Yeah, the updates are already good. I didn't do let me do a WinVer on it real quick to see if see what version it is here real quick. Make sure it's all the way up to date. Yeah, it's 1903. So maybe 1909 isn't in this area yet. Oh, it said, it's optional. Feature update to 1909. It says optional updates available. So that's why it's optional. So I'll download and install now, and then we'll just rock with that. All right, cool. Yeah, it was optional, Nefarious. I just didn't notice it whenever I was on that screen before. Yeah, so it says it's already done. Restart now. Restarting again. Yeah, I got that drive a long time ago, and it was actually, they were selling it. Western Digital had a deal where you got that drive, and it's the one with a heatsink on it too, which I had to remove to put it into that first M.2 slot. The faster one, which I really probably didn't need to do that. I could have put it in the PCIe 3 one and been okay, because that drive isn't a 4 anyway. So, but they had a deal where I got that drive, which is a 500 gig, and then I got I want to say it was a 1 terabyte, you know, regular hard drive, HDD for, man, I want to say I paid like $129, I think, for both of them. And now you can get that drive now way cheap. It's like $89 or $79 or something like that now. But it's about 8 months old, I think. I think I've had that drive waiting to build this machine for maybe even I could have got it in January. So it might even have been almost a year now that I've had that drive and just been sitting here waiting, you know, to build it. And my back is absolutely destroyed. Yeah, I think it restarted twice, Nefarious, after I installed that 1909. So I think it was already done with the, you know, we're almost done thing. Because whenever I logged in just now, it just went straight to it. So looking pretty good. Yeah, this is my first M.2 also. Those rainbow RGBs are just killing me though. All right, so that is gonna have to do it. Yeah, it's like it's really late here, so I gotta go. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll try to put some timestamps or something on this video. Maybe it's 4 hours long, so I don't know how timestamps will work because it's just kind of yeah, it's just like a build video. So all right, I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably be hanging out if Red Panda does that live stream tomorrow, I'll probably be in there maybe. Because I think he's going to do the mining rigs, you know, the community mining rig showcase thing that he does. So I'll probably be in there. Don't know. We'll see. But nonetheless, I'll see y'all probably Monday at the latest, but I'll probably be in there tomorrow. So I'll talk to y'all. Stay savage, everybody.